Alrighty, so wanted to come on here because a lot of times when we on this channel we talk about really optimizing yourself so that you become the best version of yourself and thus improve the quality of your life, right? Because it's only the quality of person that you are that's going to determine what you achieve in life. I mean, that's why you see people like Mark Cuban and David Goggins and Joe Rogan who excel in all areas of their life. It's because they've become a high quality person that produces excellence. And that's why you see some people who struggle in all areas of their life. It's because they haven't become capable. So it doesn't matter what they're doing, whether it's working out or their job or school, they don't maintain excellence. They stay in mediocrity, in this mediocre state of under accomplishing. It's just because they haven't become capable. Now, what we do to make you more capable is, first of all, three things, but the biggest thing is what we call acquiring the mind of a conqueror. It's essentially going to form the right habits in your life that are going to make you more happy, more confident, and more capable, more productive. Now, I've already talked a lot about acquiring the mind of a conqueror, so I'm not going to spend too much time here. Now, if you haven't heard that term or talking about reprogramming your brain, you can go check out some other videos that we have on this channel. I'm sure you'll see it instantly. But I came on here because I want to talk about the second thing that we do to optimize you. Now, what we do is it's going to be through your workouts and nutrition. But basically, a lot of people, they focus on working out and their nutrition to get a physique that turns heads, and I don't blame them. I like having it as well. But that's not why we work out and eat healthy inside the New Era of Health. We do it because, one, it will make it so you have more energy, like a kid on a playground. And it'll boost your mental alertness so that you think clearly. You can remember things on the spot. You can crack jokes with the girl you have a crush on. And to really exemplify what working out and eating like a conqueror will do for you, I want to tell you what happened to me. I mean, in college, I never gave any clue to how food and fitness really affected my life or affected our bodies and our brain and ultimately how we feel. But my friend, my roommate, his dad went on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I was like, what the heck? Joe Rogan's podcast is huge. If someone gets on there, they're a big dog, they're an expert in their field. So I decided to listen to his podcast, and he talked about how when he followed these certain eating guidelines, how his life, it literally just transformed in front of his eyes. First of all, he said his energy skyrocketed. It was just more clean, consistent, and potent energy. And he never crashed randomly throughout the day. He was able to think more clearly, and his mood, it was simply just better. It was easier for him to be happy. And not only that, he talked about how all these problems he associated with aging, like arthritis and joint problems and body aching, it vanished. So it got me intrigued, and I was like, oh, okay, this sounds pretty cool. Obviously, I want to have more energy, think clearly, who doesn't? So I started to eat how he did. He followed some of his eating guidelines for 21 days, and oh my God, my life, it transformed right in front of me. And I remember one day that it really dawned on me. I went to the gym and I was working out. Normally my workouts are 45 minutes, but I was inside the gym for about an hour and 15 minutes. I was like, holy shit, I'm getting a longer workout in. And I remember I was curling like a 30 barbell, which is super light for me. And I was struggling. I was like, how the hell? I was like, I can barely even get 5 of these. What's going on? And then I realized, I was like, dude, I've been in the gym for about 30 minutes longer, and I'm pushing my muscles to the point where they're actually fatiguing before my energy gave out. Before, when I went to the gym, apparently my energy was hindering me, not my muscles. So I was gaining muscle faster because of that. But the crazy thing was I had so much energy, even that I remember working out about 75 to 90 minutes, and then I went for a 2 to 3 mile run after. That's how much more energy I had. It was crazy. And obviously this didn't just help in fitness, I had more energy. I was able to crush my schoolwork. And when you have more energy, you just feel better, right? I mean, it's easier for you to be happy. Think back to a time when you were exhausted. You probably found that you were grumpy and irritable. And the next thing that I noticed was again, my mental alertness just went up a ton. I remember I would literally just ask like the grocery clerk like how their day was going, because I genuinely cared. Like my mood improved and I was able to think clearly. I felt like my brain was firing on all cylinders. And I noticed just an insane impact on my social life because of this. I was just nicer to people. I felt better. And obviously when you feel better, it's easier to be nicer to people. And so that's when I started getting into nutrition and learning how to use nutrition to optimize myself. And obviously this information came in play later because, as most of you guys know, like I was stabbed in the throat. You can see the scar here. The arm, he stabbed me right there, punctured my lung right here. And I should absolutely be dead. But the fact that I'm alive is a miracle. But again, I was in a broken state where I couldn't even finish a meal because I would get so tired. Like I would literally have to nap. I lost every ounce of muscle from years of weightlifting. Oh, my bacon's almost done. I'm gonna go change that or flip that real quick. And honestly, I was just broken and limited, and I couldn't achieve anything I wanted in my life because I was low energy all the time. My mood was terrible. I couldn't think or I couldn't process information. And so I started using the same principles that I learned back then to build myself up again through my nutrition. And not only that, I started focusing on different eating strategies that we used to use as hunters and gatherers, you know? I mean, think about it. Our bodies, for millions of years, we've evolved as a hunter and gatherer. And really, when you start to live like hunters and gatherers, you follow basic guidelines, you're going to feel a lot better because that's how our bodies have evolved. Now, the thing is, like, nowadays, we don't exercise as much as we should. We don't move as much as we should, but our bodies, we need it in order to operate at its peak performance. So what I started doing to build myself up again is I started living more aligned with how we used to. You know, in fact, let me go up here. I'm going to show you. Now, the thing is, when you combine these workouts with these eating strategies and following the right nutrition protocol, you can actually make it so that your energy is like that of a kid. It's just always on high, you know, and you don't crash throughout your day. But look right here. We got, first of all, here, let me pull this one out. We got the Social Leap. The camera's gonna show it backwards. The Social Leap. This book's college textbook, Evolutionary Psychology. We got Boundless right here. I have all these books on human optimization. Down here, we got books on the subconscious mind. Everything you need. I dug through all these books to learn how to build myself up again. Through nutrition, through fitness, and most importantly, through your mindset, essentially getting the right habits in place. Now, it's only because I did all of this for the past 4 years that I'm at where I'm at now. Look at this. I'm in my own studio right here, and I'm running a business around my passion to help ambitious men like you tap into their vast potential, to help them start conquering their life day in and day out, to crush their goals. And that's why I'm actually making this video, is because I just released a brand new book, and it's first of all going to tell you how to acquire the mind of a conqueror. Now look, you need to change your mindset first. You need to program your brain for success, because if you don't do that first, you know what? The mistake that most people make is that they try changing their life, but they don't have the right habits in place. And the result is that after a few days, they revert back into their old patterns and ruts of not doing the things they tell themselves they're going to do, not striving to improve themselves. So if you want to change your life, you need to change your mindset first, and we do that by acquiring the mind of a conqueror. Now, after you acquire the mind of a conqueror, we need to make sure that you have the energy to tackle your to-do list. You have the mental alertness to think clearly and get shit done. And most importantly, to be happy. Now, it's this ultimate 3-step system where you acquire the mind of a conqueror, work out like a conqueror, and eat like a conqueror that we use inside the New Era of Health. It's going to make it so that you become the best version of yourself. And just like how I was on the brink of death in the ICU for 11 days, couldn't walk, couldn't think, I couldn't even speak, couldn't even finish eating a meal. But now look at me. I'm literally within 1 year of that, because I acquired the mind of a conqueror, because I started working out like a conqueror, and I started eating like a conqueror, I came back in 1 year, and I ran under a 5-minute mile. When my legs didn't work, 1 year later, I ran a 5-minute mile. I started my own business. I got my energy back to where I wanted. I got the physique that I want. My life, it came together because of these 3 same principles. It brought me from the brink of death to a conqueror. And it can do the same for you. And what I want you to do right now is download this brand new book I released. It's going to teach you how to acquire the mind of a conqueror. Because it's only once you acquire the mind of a conqueror that you can start creating change in your life. And then not only that, I'm going to take it a step further because I can give you all the information you need to change your life. But if you don't put that information into action, nothing's going to change your life. So what I've done is I've created a free 7-day challenge. Now, after you download the book below, I'm going to invite you to the 7-day challenge. And it's going to help you implement all this powerful knowledge into your life so that you successfully get the change you want. Now, if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then make sure to download that book. But before we end this video, I want to ask you for a favor. Can you please toss this video a like, a comment, or a share? It's really your comment, your like, and your share. I can only grow this channel with your help. I can only impact more people with your help. So join us together. Together we're going to change your life and we're going to change the lives of others. I'm glad that you're here with me in this video. Now go grab that book.